Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, November the 22nd. I'm Brett, your Thankful Carnivore, and this is today's Thankful Carnivore Report. I hope you're having a fantastic morning, and I appreciate so much you taking time out of your day to listen to me ramble on about things that are on my mind, usually meat and carnivory related. You can check me out on thankful.carnivore at Instagram, on Twitter, where the meat eating savages run wild as hell at Stickman Bleeding. That's StickmanBleedin. Please don't add a G. Thankful Carnivore on YouTube and Facebook and at Patreon. I want to let you all know I do have a Patreon. Anything that you could contribute that will help me continue to try to create content to help other people learn about carnivory. I'm going to be investing in a used MacBook Air very soon to do that task and also operate my new opportunity that I'm going to talk about here in a minute. The goodness really is continuing, and I am so excited. We are literally on the forefront, on the edge of an explosion in changing the dynamic of nutrition in Western society. We're about to flip the whole damn paradigm. This garbage about RDAs and this balance. You got to be balanced. Your diet needs to be balanced. You're going to die. Nonsense. We're going to throw it right out the window where it belongs, because that works for a few people. We know that for many, meat-based, animal-based diets are just rocking it. People are kicking their metabolic syndrome to the road, left and right. People are healing themselves of issues and maladies they never imagined possible, myself included, my wife included. And Dr. Sean Baker's leading the way. Dr. Ken Berry's leading the way. Dr. Paul Saladino's leading the way. Amber O'Hearn's leading the way. Dr. Zoe Holcomb's leading the way. People like Professor Tim Noakes are leading the way. Dr. and Belinda Fetke are leading the way. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of people that are leading the way. Ivor Cummins, so many, Carnomad, Tristan at Primal Edge Health. These are people who are leading the way to better health. And I want to use a phrase that Dr. Baker's come up with. Be a health creator. Think about that. We want to be health creators now. We're sick and tired of this management bullshit. It's time to create health by getting down to the root problems. And we know from personal, yes, anecdotal experience that eating meat and drinking water is an excellent elimination diet to help you, just like it helped me, kick decades worth of misery to the curb. And Dr. Baker's website, meatrx.com, I highly recommend that everybody bookmark that site, because there's an enormous amount of free information. The library is free, as my understanding, for everybody to access. There's not just all the stories from meatheals.com, but there's been a whole bunch of other testimonials added. There's audio versions of the testimonials. Mine's in there. I mentioned this earlier, yesterday, maybe it was last night. It's all starting to run together a little bit for me. And also, there's coaching. Dr. Baker's offering coaching. It's not just anybody. You can't just say, come show up and fill out, send an email and say, hey, I'd like to be a coach. I like steak. And no, you have to be a committed carnivore. You have to show you're committed, that you love this, that you genuinely want to help. And by golly, we're going to make it happen. And under Dr. Baker's leadership, he's already got some incredible people working for him, contributing to this. And it's going to change the way people think about food over time, because he's got a plan that I'm not privy to all the details. I'm not only privy to what the coaching aspect of it, but I'm extremely impressed with what I'm seeing. And if you are been a carnivore for over a year, I believe is a requirement. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll double check to be positive, but I believe you need to be a carnivore for a year. You may be less, maybe it could, depending on your individual situation. I will never be the one deciding that. I can assure you that. That'll be Dr. Baker's decision, not mine. My point is, it'll be experienced people, people who not just have studied it and know the information. These are people, I mean, we do this for free every day. And I'll keep doing it for free. But you know what? I have bills to pay too. And that meat, those tubes of meat, they're not free. And all that lovely bacon you see me stacking on top of my ground beef every day, it costs money too. And I'm going to be one of the coaches. And I'm so happy about the opportunity. It's like I'm literally going back to kind of where I was in my 20s in many ways when I started working in the mental health field. And only this time, there's no crazy behind what I'm doing like there was then. This time, it's just pure happiness and joy and a compassion for my fellow man and a desire to see everybody feel at least as good as I do. And if they can feel better, gosh, I want to watch them and learn how. The community is expanding, we're growing, more people are learning about the ketogenic way of living. They're seeing their friends, their co-workers suddenly drop enormous amounts of weight and hearing them talk about not needing medications anymore. And they're in their 50s and 60s. That'll get someone's attention. Just being healthy in this day and age right now, unfortunately, is almost considered an aberration because we've been force feeding ourselves garbage for so long. So my friends, that the goodness is continuing, and you all are participating in that goodness by sharing your stories and sharing your experiences. So please keep doing that. I got one other topic I want to touch on. And this is not directed at any one person individually. If you think it's directed at you, you're damn sure you're wrong. You're just wrong. But it's supposed to be for everybody to learn from. Listen, an issue that I'm seeing a lot of people struggle with is family members. It's a cousin, an uncle, a brother, a husband, a wife, a sister, an aunt, a dear close friend, and they're in distress. They're suffering from, they're sugar addicts. They're inflamed all from head to toe because of it. They're suffering from severe anxiety and depression. Maybe they've got horrible arthritis, and because they're in such physiological distress, their thinking is not where it should be. And they're fighting you and they're arguing with you, and it's causing tension in your home and in your family. That's a tough situation. And my heart goes out to anybody who's in that kind of situation. The best thing that you can do, in my opinion, you cannot win by fighting. That is, everybody loses. Arguing about it is going to be loss. The best thing you can do is be the best example you can. And the hardest thing to do is to accept the fact that you're not responsible for their choices and behavior. And that's so hard to do because you love them. You want them to feel better. You see their suffering, you recognize it for what it is because you've been there. But you can't find the words. You can't push them around with logic to get them where you know they need to be. And it's hard. It's awful to have to think to yourself and accept the fact I can't make them do anything. But that's the truth. So your only other option is to be the best example you can be. Don't fight with them. You don't even discuss the issue. Just live the life. Be as healthy as you can be. Don't argue about things that you know are not going to improve anything. Don't beat your head up against the wall that they've put up. You'll wear yourself the hell out and make things worse. Be consistent in what you say and do with regards to your health. And let them know you love them and that you look forward to the day when they want to be as healthy as you are. That's all you can do. And that sucks because it's not what we want. But it's important to recognize what you can and cannot do. And take that energy that you were burning up on useless arguing, pounding your head up against their wall over and over and over again, and apply it to yourself so that you can be an even better example. I hope that helps. I hope it makes sense. I want you all to have a wonderful day. It's Friday. You know, there's so many good things happening. And yeah, I may show up and do one of these tomorrow, but it's not something I'm planning right now. If I do, I'll announce it on Twitter. But I want you all to have a wonderful weekend. Eat your meat, drink your water. Do the things you know you need to do to take care of you. Go check out meetrx.com. And always, my friends, never forget, you have many, many things to be thankful for.